For my project, I chose Omaha, Nebraska, right around the Douglas and Sarpy County area. The population of this region is 850,000, and there's about a 30 by 30 square mile area, so the ratio for people to square miles about relatively even. Nebraska is in a humid continental climate, which means we have uh, warm, humid summers with thunderstorms, and then we experience cold, mild winters with we could get snow 4 to 5 months out of the year. Um, since there's no landmass to separate the uh, airflows of the climates north and south of us, we experience the dramatic storms such as tornadoes and blizzards annually due to strong air masses flowing. And sorry, our vegetation is mainly temperate grassland, where is now farmland. And along the rivers, you can find woodlands and forest. And there's expansive, like, a river system that expands throughout the whole state, but then really just kind of encompasses the region that I'm talking about today. On the east, the Missouri River runs north and south, dividing Nebraska and Iowa, and Omaha is right up there on the border, where you can see the pin dropped in the background map. And then on the map in the top right, you can really see the waterways more and how the Elkhorn and Platte come in from the north on the west side of the city, come down and run east to west, then or west to east along the south of the city to feed into the Missouri River. And right inside this kind of horseshoe shape, from if you were to put a clock over the city from 6 to 12 o'clock, there's just open farmland outside of the suburbs that it was once prairies. Lots of the issues are habitat loss due to either fragmentation from new housing developments or urbanization, or uh, lots of roadway and highway infrastructure being built to expand west. And also, with such large rivers near us, we do a lot to try to prevent flooding, which will alter the natural cycle and flow of the river, which is detrimental to the surrounding habitats, and it will interrupt the flooding and burn cycles that this land would normally experience. And these images help you see how the thick interstate highways, can cut up the two, going one on the eastern side going north to south, and then from the middle going from north, kind of just sloping down to the southwest, and then two main ones that just run east to west for easy transportation across the region. And then we also have Airport 1, 4 to 5 large to small airports in the area that also can be very disruptive to wildlife. My what I would suggest to improve the habitat around here is we don't need to do too much with the waterways or food, because with the open land, there should still be enough for the species around to find food and shelter. So we don't have to do anything too dramatic. But with this, in this first highlighted region, I would try to focus more the expansion toward the human settlement and development that way to leave the southern region of the city, especially the southwest corner. That's mainly what I'm looking at. I want that open for wildlife preservation. And then in this yellow district, I would have lots of we saw the O'Hare, or not O'Hare, Epley Airport, and as well as the river system we can use for transportation of goods and services. And then this pink is where I was talking would be ideal for habitat reclamation. Where along the rivers we can introduce more of the woodlands that feed off of it, and then where they gradually go into those prairie and temperate grasslands, budding up to agriculture, which would be here. And I chose this area because it seems to have a lot of predominant farm settlements, and it's still close enough to the infrastructure in human settlement zone where you can have easy food transportation and access to market, as well as keeping all your agriculture squared away. And these are my sources.